scores the goals, he acts like Ronaldo, he celebrates like Ronaldo, but he's not Ronaldo.
He reminds me of Dembele at Barcelona.
No,
when he first came.
Wait. Let me say something. Let me say something.
Dembele?
No.
Let me tell you something.
Let me say something.
Let me tell you something.
Let me finish my point. My brother, I will go kill you.
Let me finish my point.
Brother. See.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another second episode of ThemGuys.
Yes, sir.
We're doing it big this time, honestly. I'm so glad that we had an amazing first episode. Everything went well. A little recap on what we talked about. You know, the last time we were here, we had the debate about the Arsenal and Chelsea match, which honestly, I was voting for Chelsea, but then these people, una badele.
I remember when the Chelsea guy. When the Chelsea guy was pumping his chest, I was like, "We're gonna come to Emirates. We're coming to defeat
But listen, I must say that was an amazing match.
Where are you people now?
That was really amazing.
Caicedo had the infantry, had the temerity to tell us, we're the better team. Better team for what?
Where?
The better team for what? You guys were outplayed. If not for Merino, if Arsenal had a top striker, you guys would have lost another 5-0 again. Because you remember last season, it was 5-0.
I was the one who predicted the score though. I said it was going to be 1-0, and what happened?
I mean,
bro, it's supposed to be more than Arsenal lost a lot of chances.
That's why I predicted. I said it.
Right.
You know,
there was a lot of chances missed.
That's why I said 1-0.
To me personally, both people, you know, they didn't perform. They both underperformed. Both clubs, they both underperformed. It was literally a chaotic game for me. I'm very honest.
I don't think it
Arsenal,
was chaotic.
I think the very first half for me, Chelsea was busy doing catch up. They were trying to find their feet. You know, there was a whole lot of foul going on up and down. Like, you know, even the VR system was not even put together for me. It took a long time before they could even get themselves together. That game was not organized for me.
But
I watched it the way you were actually talking, saying, there were supposed to be so many goals. Yes, but at the same time, to be very honest, the performance to me is very poor. It was bullshit, to be very honest.
No,
but on both teams, I'm not saying for one person. It's on both sides. To me, it's on both sides.
You can't say it's from both sides.
No, it is.
Depending on the lens you are using to watch the game. Arsenal played a very good game. Arsenal don't have that bad man.
Get what I'm saying.
Arsenal don't have that poacher.
Get what I'm saying. With the way Chelsea was playing, you would expect Arsenal to literally tarnish these people's image.
That's why I said 1-0.
You understand? You would expect them to.
Arsenal were on second gear.
That's why I said 1-0 because when I was scrapping.
Arsenal were on vacation.
I was the one who predicted it.
Arsenal were on vacation. Arsenal was sipping Pina Colada. The game is
playing good game. What game?
So to Phil's point, I think what Phil tried to say was it was a lot of unorganization, right? The game was not properly organized by both teams. Right?
Yes.
There were chances. Both teams created chances, missed chances. Arsenal had better hand, right?
Right.
More chances, but overall, the organization for the game was not.
It was not just there.
Are you guys watching the same?
Are you guys watching back of the TV? Because I don't. Because you guys are replicating exactly what Caicedo said.
Yes, I'm confused.
We were the better team.
No, we're not calling who's a better team.
Arsenal was third gear. Like
the first 10 to 15 minutes, right?
After the first goal, like okay, let's just play this game. They weren't really bothered.
And then Chelsea took control.
Control of what?
Control what?
For a little bit of time.
For 2 minutes?
What time?
2 minutes?
That's the first time I saw Gabriel and Saliba just chilling. They're not doing nothing.
Gabriel and Saliba chilling in the game. Even as now fans were even supporting their team. Nobody was pumped up. Nobody was pumped up.
You're saying exactly what I'm saying. They are not pumped up because of the performance on the field is not giving anybody anything to hype about.
Chelsea, honestly, Chelsea had no chance. Not like no chance.
No, they had chances. You can't say they did not. They had chances. They had chances. Chelsea had chances.
How would I explain that? They played that game without they didn't have the thought of even winning.
And I felt like that was what the last guy that was here, that was what he was talking about, because he was saying that the coach, literally, he's not using the winning team that he's supposed to be using. And it's like he has zero experience on players that he should even use on the pitch.
But you
And that literally showed in that match. That showed in that match.
The way Chelsea came into the match without rhythm.
It was not reading at all.
That's what make the game.
No, but you should understand the Arteta and Maresca, they are almost similar in a way, you know, they came from the
Charlie, what was this guy's name that was just committing rough anyhow? Remind me, I beg.
Maresca's team.
Cancelo.
Yeah.
That dude, they could have taken him out in the beginning for goodness sake.
Fofana too. Fofana had a lot of tackles. It was a game of rough.
Cancelo and Fofana.
It's like,
both of them.
And that was what I'm saying. The VAR system was not. They were not calling out all of this thing. People were complaining. Literally.
No.
The commentator in that match said that are they seeing what is going on?
Borrowed money from Fofana. If he gives him yellow card now, he has to pay back. So he's trying to delay the payment. So I can understand why the referee, you know, because the Premier League right now, you know, I don't know what. Let me not say what I'm not. You know, I don't have evidence of. But every fact and every evidence points to the fact that there's a little bit of bias you know, in the referee. Because Fofana is supposed to have been red carded because he made a lot of tackles against I think is it Gabriel?
Yes.
Trossard, like they were kicking our players like
intentional. These were intentional.
Martinelli.
Martinelli had to leave the game injured. You know, he was holding his back. You know, so I just feel the referee wasn't.
Maybe they had to aside with the managers.
But it's okay. We finally won, and we just move on.
The win is a win.
All right, so we're going to get to the introduction because we didn't really get to the introduction. We started.
But that was not lost.
That's it. It's on.
We're in there.
It's part of it. So we're going to start off. I'm D-Flex.
Oh, you go now.
I'm James, bro. You know what it is. Arsenal for life, man.
I'm Mr. Ray, Arsenal, representing.
DJ Pills.
And is the one and only Memphis Javino.
Yes, sir.
Them guys.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes,
please. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more, make sure you do that for us. We appreciate everyone.
Also,
that 1, 2, 3, 4 likes. It means a lot to us. We appreciate that. Let us know what you think about the game. Just let us know what you think about the conversation. Let us know. We want your feedbacks. And let's start off with what game made the best impact on you this week? So this week, what game, because we had an international match going on, what game made the best impact on you this week?
Brazil and Colombia.
So wow.
For me,
to me, basically, Brazil started off on a very good note in the first, beginning of the match, especially when they created a chance with a penalty. They started off, on a very good note. But what got my attention was when Colombia equalized that. Exactly when the first half is coming to an end. So that built up some sort of tension for that game now, coming back in the second leg. You understand? And for the goal to bring the win at the dying minutes, the 98th minute of that match. Oh my goodness. Listen, that is football.
That was Vinny, right?
That was Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny was the one that scored the last goal of the game.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the situation that went on between Vinny and what's his name from Barca?
Rafinha.
Did you see that situation?
Yes.
What kind of situation is that? Let me try to remember.
Vinny just being Vinny. He's just thinking. A piss. He ain't trying to get off the field, and Rafinha told him to just leave, bro.
I think there's a tension there. You know why? Because right now, because of Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or, yeah. I think that's what I was thinking about too.
Because now they are propping. Hold on, they are propping Rafinha for the Ballon d'Or, and also Vinny. Vinny lost out the last time to Rodri. So automatically, Vinny thinks, okay, this is okay. It's supposed to be for me, I'm the one to win the Ballon d'Or this year. All of a sudden, Rafinha has 11 goals in the Champions League. And Barcelona are primed up to, to win the Champions League this season. So, and if they win the Champions League this season, automatically Rafinha gets that, trophy.
Yeah, but that interaction was not between Rafinha and Vinicius only, right? Because the whole thing was he tried to delay time, right? You already score a dying minute goal.
Right.
You give your team the lead, the win, and everything, and to sub you up.
Right.
Why are you taking time? Right? Why are you wasting time?
But you're supposed to
I
take
understand
time.
though. Wait.
You can take your time to walk off the pitch
Like,
and
I
stuff,
understand.
but he had to stop and try to
Wait.
pull his socks off and
Wait.
other stuff. And if you watch the replay or if you watch the game, it was not Rafinha only that went to him to ask him to go off. It was almost half of his teams.
Let me say this
Almost
why.
half of his team went to him and said, "God, you gotta walk." You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, just get off that the game continue.
Let me
Like,
tell you
know
why
what
they
I mean?
did
We're worried
that.
about it.
Because
You know
if you get a yellow card in that game, he would miss the
You'll
Argentina
miss the
game.
next game.
And the
Yeah.
big dog coming to
They-
town.
They still,
Messi
they still
is
gonna,
coming to town.
They're still going to play the Argentina
Messi
game
is
without
coming to
their
town,
top
bro.
players, though.
Because
They're still going to.
you are a
Bruno
key
and
player in the
Gabriel,
team.
they're
Right?
still going
Right.
to play
You're a
without
key
them.
player.
No,
They
see,
need you. The team
see,
needs you.
they
You know
need
what I'm saying?
Vinicius.
Rafinha, see,
In the next
what
match,
I
yeah,
saw,
they're still
what
gonna
I
play
saw
without
in
them
that
anyway.
particular clip, Rafinha was actually trying to protect Vinny too.
Right.
That's what
because-
we're
I
saying.
agree. Right. That's
Yeah.
what we're saying. Yeah.
They need you. You're a key player in the team.
The big
If
dog
you
is coming to
have
town,
gotten a yellow
man.
card in that game, you miss the next game, and your team needs you for that game. You know what I'm saying?
The GOAT.
So, you gotta be on your best behavior. You already know you're sitting on the yellow card. You can't get another yellow card. It threatens you playing the next game. So why do something foolish?
Yeah, I mean, if you really look at Vinny and how he played, that's who he is. You're always going to start some type of like argument with the fans or with the other team. You always do that. Every
That's why I
game he
said
plays.
Benny being
Every
Benny.
single
Yeah.
game he plays.
That's
That
why I
just-
said Benny
that
being
just-
Benny.
So I just knew when I saw that play going on, I just knew that okay, he's just trying to thump the crowd, trying to get some type of reaction from them. And although it kill time, but being on a yellow and you doing that, that's not a smart
and-
move.
That's why he
Yeah,
can't win
yeah,
the back door.
But the good thing for
Honestly-
Brazil is that this win actually, it puts them at the second place for the cup, and that's just like 4 points away from Argentina. You understand?
That's the qualifiers, right?
Yeah,
So
qualification,
just
yeah.
4 points shy away, with Argentina. And the next match that you're
And
going to go
again,
face to
we
face with Argentina.
we don't want to see Vinny playing against Argentina.
Exactly.
Against Messi.
Well,
We
well,
want
regardless, they're
that.
still going to be playing
We
out
want
two
that.
players.
Which
though.
game capture you
We
this?
want that
Yeah.
match up.
So what about you? What's your take?
For me, I wasn't
want
really
it.
focused on the.
International.
Is it the common ball? Do they call it the common ball? The South American Football Association. Each team,
CONCACAF.
Yeah, CONCACAF. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in South America we have CONCACAF. In North America we have CONCACAF, right?
Mhm.
Then we have UEFA. Africa we have CAF, and Asia. Then every continent have their own qualification process. And if my memory serves me right, in the South American context, they have this round robin process which they use in qualifying for their World Cup. And I think the first five, the first stop of first six teams automatically qualifies, from South America, because the total teams that represent the World Cup is like 32. But I don't know if they've actually increased it to 36 because everything is increasing.
It's increasing, yeah.
So let's just assume it's 36 teams now. So the first 6 or the first 7 teams from South America will likely qualify, and there's no way Brazil, Argentina, or all of those top teams, will not qualify. They have the best players all over Europe. Most of their players have been nominated for the Ballon d'Or. So. For back to the game that actually caught me this weekend, I think it's the England and the Albania game. I was so excited because before the game started, this new player that the new coach of England called in, Lewis Kelly, he was getting he was getting a lot of hate, a lot of heat from Twitter. Fans from other clubs that hate Arsenal. Clubs that hate that they have Miles Lewis Kelly, clubs that wish they had Miles Lewis Kelly. You're like, how is it possible Arsenal just producing all these talents? Waniri, Miles Lewis Kelly, McDowan. No. Let us talk shit about this guy. But, he proved everybody wrong and he kept everybody silent, just like the way he silenced Haaland when he scored the goal against Man City. So he has proven time without number. No. He has proven times
I mean, but
again
you are
and
Arsenal
again.
fan, right?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
so that's the game that caught me. So when he scored, that was it for me. I didn't watch the game again. I was just done.
You was done.
Okay, I was
What
done.
about the goal by Harry Kane?
I'm pleased.
Yeah,
I'm
Harry Kane is-
What
satisfied.
about the goal by Harry
Harry
Kane?
What about the pass?
please,
Harry Kane is always Harry Kane. But guess
What about
what?
the pass?
No,
Yeah, that
let's be
pass
honest.
was-
Forget as though I'm an Arsenal
What
fan.
about the pass?
Miles Lewis Kelly game, if you watch it, he gave balance on the left-hand side to the English national team.
And he was
England
player
don't
of
have
the
that kind
match.
of player. They have player that marauds, the wing, running like a headless chicken.
Yeah.
But Mas Lewis Kelly is very, very cultured. Like he plays exactly the way he plays for Arsenal. He holds the ball. He dictates
Come to the
he
midfield.
tries to invert from
Right.
the left side to the middle. England don't have that kind of player. And I
Yeah,
see him wrapping up that position from now to like the next 10 to 12 years.
Ashley
He
Cole
has a
too.
very long career. So that's one of the games that caught me.
I don't think
So
that
I'm
we
going-
should actually talk down on the Hurricane goal though, because at the end of the day, to me for football, if you have at least one goal in a match, you understand, it's fine, it's okay. What does it for me is the icing on the cake. When you can actually give the other team something to work for, and I think that's what Hurricane actually did by coming up with that second goal.
But we are not excited
You
about
understand?
Hurricane anymore. Hurricane is old news.
Regardless,
him.
regardless.
That's
Old
Hurricane is old news.
Old news
Yeah.
or not, he's literally the first England player to score under 3 managements. Old news or not, he's the first England.
That's what he
ever
said.
to
That's
score under
Hurricane
3.
being
Exactly.
Hurricane. It's
That's
just
why I
like,
said
That's
it's
how-
Hurricane.
You
Hurricane
must give him your respect regardless.
It's like
You
a
understand?
Ronaldo scores a goal now. I won't be excited. It's Ronaldo. He scores
Yeah.
It's
goals.
not about scoring
But
a
if
goal.
somebody
It's
like
not-
you-
it's not about scoring a
If
goal.
somebody
What I'm
like you
saying,
was
you're
signed to
missing the point.
Arsenal, I'll be excited. Like, yeah.
You're missing the point.
It's more
It's not about
exciting.
scoring a goal,
You
though.
know?
You're missing the
It's
point. It's not about
not
scoring a
about
goal.
Okay.
It's about putting the icing on the cake. You can have
Yeah,
a goal,
of
yes.
course.
You have 1-0, whatever. That is still a match. You don't know how it's going to end. You understand? When a player puts the icing on the cake, now you have something to defend. You have something
But
to hold
Hurricane
on
didn't
to.
steal the
You understand?
headlines. The headlines were stolen by
Regardless,
Mas Kelly.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is that the
simple.
2 goals, the 2-0 literally is a much more okay deal for me to take. For
Yeah, it's
England,
okay,
you
it's
understand?
okay,
It's
you know.
much okay.
It's not as though we
Arsenal
are.
1-0 to
It's not as though we are
So-
England
so-
fans because
Yeah.
deep down we want England to succeed until our player is not in the team. So we want them to fail, you know. So it's no.
So-
It's been like that. It has
So-
always been like that. Yes, my team,
So,
my,
Ray.
my player is in England national team. But the fact they didn't choose my player, I don't want them to win. If they win now, maybe they will make this guy. In our debate, they'll say this guy is better than this guy. So
Yeah.
I can understand. There's a lot of bias in the England national team, but
Yeah,
that was what
so-
caught me this week. Yeah.
So Ray, for me,
Yeah.
my upset was Croatia and France.
Ah, that game.
That game.
I think Konate
That
is
game.
Konate
game.
and
That's
Saliba.
something we gotta talk about.
that game, the coach made a mistake.
What
I
What
mean-
mistake?
mistake did he make?
What mistake?
He
did
should have put Kodamani as a striker and put Dembele outside.
But I think he,
Why
I think
why
he
play
saw.
So what did he
Dembele
do?
number
Why-
10?
I think he saw.
Why
He put
play Dembele
Kodamani
number 10?
outside
I think he
and
saw the
put
Liverpool
Dembele
game.
inside.
Once he saw the Liverpool game and he saw the better playing on top, he was trying to use similar system.
He was trying to replicate that
but
strategy.
I don't think that works with Mbappe on the side.
Bro,
That don't work.
bro, imagine
Mbappe
Mbappe
don't-
outside,
Mbappe, yeah.
Dembele
That
outside,
don't work.
Kodamani in the middle, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who can stop
Way
that?
beyond that. But
You can stop that.
But Croatia has
why play Dembele number 10?
Kovacic, right?
And again, how did Croatia manage to keep France from scoring?
But one thing you guys should understand, Croatia is
With the
not.
legs of Mbappe,
Cro-
Kolomani,
Croatia is a big team, bro.
Dembele.
Dembele,
Croatia
Bakula.
is a big
You're
team.
looking at the
Bakula and
underdogs.
Kimi.
You're talking about
Bakula
the
Kimi.
underdogs.
Do you
Right.
know? Do you know Croatia actually made it to the semi-final? I think 8 years ago.
Of
That's
course,
the point. That's
But
the
they still
point.
have
They
that
are
team.
old.
They
They
have-
are old. They
But
are old.
it's
But they
it's
can-
fine
But they
with
have the
this country.
experience.
Yes.
You
They
still
have the
got,
experience. You don't buy experience.
Croatia still got Modric playing on.
Yeah, Modric is there. They have Kovacic.
Perishes.
Perisic scored.
Yeah,
He scored, yeah. Mhm.
that's the thing.
But wait, France. The
if-
France coach
if
didn't
France
only
got
make a
Bakula,
mistake.
You got
It's
Dembele.
okay for you not to
Mbappe.
score, but don't
Kolomani.
goals.
Chouameni.
Like, come on.
Right from time immemorial, when Deschamps, the French coach, is always pairing Saliba and this guy Konate. Put Saliba on the left side and Konate on the right side. Konate has always been a liability.
I don't agree.
He's
bro.
not, even in a Liverpool team,
I don't
without
agree.
a Van Dijk, Konate,
No.
Konate, you
I
know.
don't agree.
No.
So what don't you
Why
agree
don't you
with?
agree?
What don't you agree? You
I also
are you
disagree
telling me
with
that Konate is the reason why Liverpool is going to win the Premier League this season?
Konate always calling up for Van Dijk, bro.
Covering up.
Always.
No, Van Dijk
Bro,
always. Van Dijk, he always
Konate is the best one-on-one defender in the Premier League.
Best Konate, the best defender in the Premier League.
One-on-one defender.
One-on-one
The
defender.
combination with
Do you know how many times
with
they have made
Van
that
Dijk
guy
and
sit down on the
Konate.
floor? Is somebody's father?
I watched
The combination with them.
Let me speak pidgin. You know how many times they don't make that guy sit down for ground?
Wait, let Charles go.
Are you kidding?
The combination with Van Dijk and Konate in the Premier League is great, right? So France coach thought maybe combining Konate and Saliba also might give him that quality.
But Saliba is not Van Dijk and Van Dijk is not Saliba. Saliba position is the right side of the defense, while Van Dijk is on the left side of the defense. Because Van Dijk can use his left foot. It's kind of ambidextrous. You understand? But Saliba is more on the right. So when you put Saliba, he plays Saliba on the same position in this last Euro tournament that Spain won. You know, as a fan, I saw lapses in their defense.
You a fan?
No, yeah, I'm a French. Like every African is a French fan.
Let me correct myself.
We won the World Cup.
Wait, hold on. Let me correct myself.
Yeah.
Konate I'm a covering up for Trent Alexander-Arnold. He
Better.
always covering up for Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Not Van Dijk. He's like the cloth.
That's why I said he's the best one-on-one defender in the league right now.
No,
Him and Wan-Bissaka.
No. They can't be the best defenders in the Premier League right now. Saliba, Gabriel, and
I agree. I said one-on-one.
They consider the less goals.
I agree. One-on-one.
Not Gabriel.
Okay, all right. Let's
Not
Konate.
I don't think more than Gabriel.
Let's go to the next question. So the next question we got is:
Denmark and Portugal.
should you like? Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo should step down from the national team?
Yes.
Definitely.
No, not step down.
Only favors.
But take a step
Take
back.
a step back.
Only
And
favors.
let
Yeah.
the young guys do
Step
their thing.
aside.
You can't have
Definitely.
Gonzalo Ramos on the bench, bro. He's too
Definitely,
talented.
he definitely
Okay,
needs to
so
step
He's
up.
too talented.
So I'm gonna say this right. When Cristiano Ronaldo started coming up, they had Figo, they had other guys on the team.
Deco.
He had to carry them. They were done, but he did his part. So being that he had to carry at least about 11 or 9% of the team, that wasn't good enough. He carried the whole team. Why can't they carry him now?
Bro, that's Cristiano.
It's just one person.
No,
though.
That's Cristiano, bro.
It's just one person. Why can't
I'm
they
not
help?
dis-
Ali? He's so
He's
good
great.
enough.
No,
He can
on that
still
team,
score.
it's as good. I mean, as I'm Cristiano, bro. That's Cristiano. That's a one-time in a generation player, bro.
But they can still carry him. They can still
They can.
So why do you think Argentina still have the power to carry Messi?
Because everybody up on a die for Messi, bro.
But
No,
why can't Cristiano have the
See,
same thing?
Messi is not selfish.
See, there's a
I don't
difference.
think so.
There's a difference between a Cristiano Ronaldo and a Messi. If you watch the Argentina national team, in the early days of Messi used to be an attacker, right? But now as he's getting older, he has drifted towards the midfield, like
a false nine.
like a false nine.
Yeah.
Playmaker.
But
that's
Cristiano
what I'm saying.
Ronaldo is not a false nine.
He will just stay in
he
the
wants
box.
to be the point man. He wants
Yeah,
to be
he will
the
just
target
stay.
guy.
That's why they're
And he
losing.
doesn't have that. As in, he has lost like a yard
The
or 2
pace.
yards, pace. So he's not able to replicate the form or the type of play he used to have back then when he was much younger. So the best thing, from my own observation, I think Cristiano Ronaldo should step to the bench.
Is that what? Do you
And,
think that's
you know,
his
and come
decision
in
or that's
towards
the
the-
coach's decision?
But the
That's
coach-
his decision.
Is his decision?
But
or
the
the
coach
That's
don't
his
have the
decision.
ball.
Coach don't have the ball.
That's his
The coach
decision
don't have the
because he
kahunas
said
to
he
put
will
on
not
the
come.
bench. That's
For
it.
example, right? Look at Luis Suarez. He took
From the Uruguay national team.
yeah,
Right,
from
okay.
I mean
Then
for
that is why we
David
call it
Nunes.
football
He
politics,
took a
no?
backseat for
That's
David
football
Nunes.
It's not about football politics. No,
it's just that,
Cristiano Ronaldo is an idol in Portugal. So who are you?
Yeah.
What coach are you?
Yeah.
You wanna put me on the bench, So
That's why they fired Martinez. Martinez as the
the coach,
coach.
the-
That's why they
yeah.
fired him because he wanted to bench Ronaldo, bro.
That was the best thing to do. You come in 70 minutes and then you've conserved your energy and the other team players are all tired. Now you can come in and
I'm not saying he's not
Yeah,
great. He's
yeah,
great,
so-
but
So
the time
It's
has
time
come,
to take
bro. The age.
but
He's great. The
For me,
age.
but
I
it's
still
good.
don't like-
Hold
I'm
on.
happy to be alive in this era, right? To watch
Mhm.
Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi play football, right? It's a lifetime opportunity for us.
I agree.
Generation,
Very
right?
true.
Yeah,
We'll never see that
we
again.
That was once in a
We'll
lifetime.
never
to have two
see that
legends
again.
in
We'll
one-
never see that
one
again.
lifetime.
We'll never see this again.
But let me go back to that Ronaldo point. Ronaldo being in the national team is still okay for him to be there because other young players like Vikinha, Neto and the rest can actually learn from him.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Figo, like you alluded to, he was about to retire, but he stayed back in the team, and that's how these other players like Ronaldo. Which other player? I think Rio Costa. Rio Costa, Figo, and the rest. The younger players had to learn from these older players, so we can
I
have
have a
that.
question. Do you guys actually think that his new contract with his current club is affecting his performance too as well?
No,
Because that is
let me say something.
huge of a deal.
No, there's a consensus.
It's a
No,
huge of a deal.
his contract has never. Ronaldo is
this
not.
is different.
Let me say
But
something.
This is not just you.
He's
being
not.
the player,
Ronaldo
this
is
you
not
owning the club.
motivated by money. He's motivated by trophies and personal accolades.
Goals.
Personal goals.
Let me
Right
say
now, I
something.
think he has 926
He's
goals.
trying to reach
His
1,000.
target is 1,000. So he
1,000.
sees it as, how am I going to get to this?
Professional
1,000?
goals.
Yes,
1,000
professional
professional goals.
Yeah, I think the only person that had that was Pele, right?
That's why he
I don't
tried
think
to
anyone
stay
Pele
in
had
it.
1,000, right? Okay.
Let me say something.
So that's a
Portugal
no on that. Okay.
can win a World Cup if Ronaldo take a back seat.
Nah, I don't think so.
I
Hell
No,
no.
They are that
No,
talented.
no.
They are that talented.
Portugal cannot
They have a
win.
They
good
are
team,
that
but they
talented.
cannot win.
No. Portugal
They are
cannot.
that
No,
I
talented.
see England.
No.
They are that
I see
talented.
England winning the
No.
World Cup next.
No.
I see
Mendes.
England winning the next
Who,
World
England?
Cup. Yeah.
Come on,
For
man.
real.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they've been knocking. They've been knocking.
He have a point. He have a point.
Listen.
I'm not an Englishman, but he have a point.
Listen, you remember Spain? Spain won nothing for years. Like Spain
That
didn't win
generation
anything.
Spain
I
team.
remember in France '98 when Nigeria played Spain. Sondolise, whipped that ball. We're so scared of Spain. Spain has always had the big players: Zubizarreta, Fernando Hierro, Raúl González, Morientes. They've been there. They had the best players, but one thing that eluded them was that national team trophy. But they started winning it when you see players like Fabregas. They went to England. They had this cluster of players. There's one MP from I think Uganda or Kenya when they were. Yeah, I remember.
I think it was Ghana. Though.
There's a political Maguire.
But to his credit, he has stepped away. To Maguire's credit, we're all making fun. But to his credit, it's not easy to be bashed by the whole world from your national team, from your opposition team, from your national team supporters. It's not easy. That guy has really stepped up, and I'm proud of Maguire. Maguire, if you're hearing this, I'm proud of you.
Wait, hold on.
No, recently in Manchester United defense, he stepped up. He stepped the game up big time. He stopping chances, winning tackles, winning duels.
No. We should not hype this guy too much. Please.
I'm not happy too much. I'm just telling you how
Okay.
you've been performing recently.
So I'm glad we're
To be honest.
talking about Manchester United, right? Let's dive to the next conversation.
Yeah.
Do you think without Bruno, will Manchester United survive?
No, we have the Manchester United guys. We have to comment on that.
Because this is where I'm this is where I'm
Bruno,
I think
Everybody
not
loves
to be
Bruno.
biased, not to be anything, but without Bruno, Manchester will struggle.
Thank God, thank God one of their fans are.
Wow.
Wow. That guy is literally
Leading. He's leading your
natural
team.
playmaker.
Yeah, he's leading
You
your
understand?
team.
He's the one that is leading, making us where we are actually. Now Bruno. So without him, there's still a chance. But it will take so much work.
No.
You cannot say that without him, Manchester is gone for.
No, they are gone.
Without Bruno, they would have been out of the Europa League right now.
gone.
They are in the quarterfinals.
Let me tell you why.
Lyon, right? Olympic Lyon in France.
Bruno playing under a coach that he's used to from the same country, so now he's comfortable now. He's comfortable.
No, listen.
That's why he...
Listen,
Bro.
see, how am I going to explain this now? It's like everybody is dull in a play. You are just trying your best. The little thing you are doing, everybody just highlighting it. Bruno, yes, he's doing well, but just
He's comfortable now, bro.
He's not doing too much. He's scoring penalties and one free kick against Arsenal.
Like I think he's a good player, but he's not consistent.
Yeah, as long as not be consistent.
Not this season.
So that's the thing.
But who would you pick in your team with Odegaard and Bruno Fernandes, for example? If you had you're a coach, you've been hired today, now you have your team. Pick between Odegaard and Bruno, as a Manchester United, I'm asking you now, Bruno Fernandes and
Of course,
Odegaard,
Bruno.
who would you have
Odegaard, of course,
loved to
I mean,
have?
Of course,
Wait,
Bruno.
let me ask something. I mean,
Odegaard for me, of course.
let me say something. On this season performance, of just overall.
Doesn't matter
Even this isn't performing.
It doesn't matter
I'll
this
take
season.
Bruno.
Odegaard is not even performing. How?
One at a time.
Bro, Odegaard hasn't been performing this season, bro.
Yeah, he's not been performing. What
That's what I
what is your
asked
metric
on
of performance? Because right now you are looking at the goals that Bruno Fernandes is scoring. Me, I'm looking at the control.
Not
a
the goals.
midfielder dictates the game. It's like a
Thank you.
general.
That's why.
Odegaard, without Odegaard in us, Odegaard is the glue.
Arsenal game.
Odegaard is the glue that holds Arsenal. Without Odegaard,
Honestly,
Arsenal is like Arsenal will be in a state of what they call entropy. In
Wait.
chemistry, there's what we call
Wait.
entropy.
Honestly, I don't think
How you want to dictate
I don't
now?
think so.
Not be Bruno, they create the
Bruno
Thomas
cannot
Partey control the
dictate
game.
Any-
Thomas Partey control the game.
Something that you are not
Thomas
controlling.
Partey control the game,
It
bro.
was
won't go walk. Who they
Odegaard
fight the
dictated
war?
the game for Arsenal.
Thomas Partey control
When
the
you
game.
say no,
Let me explain. Bruno Fernandes' game is more like a hot potato. And anytime he's with the ball, he wants to kick it out.
I don't
But
agree.
Odegaard holds the ball. He controls it like an airbender.
Forget that.
You know, he caresses the ball like,
Wait. I agree with you 100%. I agree 100%. Bruno, it's not a game dictator. He doesn't dictate the game.
I agree.
He doesn't. If it comes to Bruno and Martin Odegaard, they are two different players.
I agree.
The same debate we keep having with Pedri and Jude Bellingham. They are two different players.
It's not close.
Right?
Pedri
They're
way
two
better.
different players. No. They're two different
Pedri
players.
way better, bro.
They are two different
They are
players.
two different players.
They're two
Points
different players. Bruno do more attacking. He attacks more. He want to score. He want to be on the ball.
No, for that debate of Pedro and Bellingham, I mean, as much
Pedri
as
clear.
I don't like Bellingham, I'll choose Bellingham.
No,
Ask me why. Hold
no.
on, ask me why.
Why?
Okay, football is a team sport. Pedri is just a name. When the hold on now, Pedri is just a name, bro. We have seen
Wait, Chad, I have
Iniesta,
to
we have
come
seen
back.
Xavi, I've seen midfielders,
Please,
bro.
please.
I've seen Rio Costa. You can name it. I've seen a lot of players. They've come and they've gone. When you talk about Bellingham, I'm not a fan of Bellingham, but Bellingham puts in the work. He defends, he attacks, he does the dirty job too in the midfield. But I don't see Pedri doing that.
That's a different. That's a
Pedri
different.
is
With,
not. I don't
That's
see
a
Pedri
difference.
doing that.
No.
That's a different. With
Please
Bellingham
let me
and
come back.
Okay,
He's a playmaker. He's a good playmaker, but he doesn't have
Pedri. Different with Bellingham that we're talking about.
Go
There's
ahead.
a different with Bellingham and Pedri that we
James, go
discussed.
ahead.
Hold on, did you say Pedri don't
Bellingham
control the
what?
game?
No, you didn't hear me. I said Pedri
You
controls the game. He's a dictator. Bellingham don't control. Like, Bellingham,
Does the
in terms
work.
of controlling the game, I'll give Bellingham like 5 or 6 over 10. I'll give Pedri like 8, 9 over 10 in terms of control.
but work.
I'm looking
But
at
they're
football
working.
now from the Premier League lens.
I agree with you.
Listen, there's what called the La Liga lens
And the Premier
and the Premier League lens. Somebody like Bellingham comes to the Premier League, he's going to excel.
He
But
will.
when a Pedri leaves the Spanish league
I don't agree with you.
and comes to the Premier League, bro,
I
he's
don't
gonna be
agree with
putting
you.
out. Bro, Arsenal signed a player called
What David Silva
Fabio
did in the
Vieira
wait, hold on.
from
What
Porto.
David
What
Silva did in the
happened?
Premier League?
We had to loan him
What
back.
did David Silva did in the Premier League?
David Silva?
Yes. What did he do in the Premier League?
He dumb.
Listen.
Seth
What did
Fabregas.
David Silva do?
Listen. Okay.
Seth Fabregas.
Let me put a caveat. Except you are in the Pep Guardiola team because
Okay,
it's
you
structured.
finished?
Listen, it's
Seth
structured.
Fabregas.
You finished? What Juan Mata did in the Premier League from La Liga? Juan Mata.
Have you seen Juan Mata's work rate? Are you kidding me?
Oh my!
Seth
You said
Fabregas.
he would
Seth
not.
Fabregas.
What
He's
Fabregas
an
did in the Premier
athlete.
League?
Seth Fabregas.
Athlete.
He's not an
He
athlete.
controls. Did you see
Like
Fabregas
Pedri,
when he
right?
was 16?
Like Pedri, he
He
controlled the
was-
game.
Fabregas scored a
They
Champions
had-
League goal against AC Milan when he
They had
was
the
16.
same style
Sorry,
play.
Villarreal.
Like
Yes,
Pedri,
they had
like
the same-
Pedri, like
Yeah,
Pedri.
that-
You cannot say Pedri cannot play in the
The
Premier League,
The
bro.
difference is
You cannot play that.
Pedri works more than Fabregas, but they have the same style of play.
You cannot say Pedri cannot play in
Okay,
the
so
Premier
are you
League,
telling
bro.
me you pick a Pedri over a Fabregas? Like if you're going to compare both of them, Pedri over Fabregas? Oh Lord, man!
So-
Pedri over Fabregas?
Yeah.
I said yes.
So
Right now,
Pedri
so-
over Fabregas?
Yeah.
Right now,
Right now,
I
yeah.
agree with D.
Yeah.
Right now,
Like-
Pedri changed the style of playing. On the
Pedri over Fabregas?
Flicks,
on the fleet,
bro.
Yes.
he's
Pedri played like
Pedri
a,
over Fabregas?
working. He's pressing more.
Pedri played like a
He's
video
pressing
game,
more
bro.
Right now.
Like a video game. Like
Yo,
you
Hold on.
can't believe what you're
That's
saying,
cool.
bro.
Barca game.
Last season, his performance was different from this season.
Did you
This
watch
season, he's
Fabregas
working.
play in the Premier
Yeah,
League?
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
Fabregas play in the Premier League all the time.
Bro,
Did you watch him in the World Cup final?
Of course.
The
bro,
biggest stage? Are you kidding me?
bro. Why didn't he
Pedri?
see at Barcelona? Why didn't Fabregas see at Barcelona?
Did you see Fabregas in the
Why
European
didn't he
final
see
when
at
Spain
Barcelona?
won?
Why didn't he see at
You
Barcelona?
see the trophies?
Why didn't
See
he
the
see at
games?
Wait.
Playing with Xavi and
Why
Iniesta?
didn't
Why didn't he see
We-
Barcelona?
Wait,
Why didn't he
we're
see
not
at
taking
Barcelona?
anything away from Seth Fabregas.
He even came back to
We
England and won the
compared
Premier
to
League with
South
Chelsea.
Africa.
Why
So-
didn't he see in Barcelona?
Bro.
We
Why didn't he
are comparing.
see Barcelona?
You're not answering the question. Why
Pedri-
didn't he see in Barcelona?
No, he succeeded in Barcelona.
Huh?
He did.
Huh?
He did. See, most of these players you talk about, Iniesta, Xavi, they played in Barcelona all their life. But Fabregas was...
Fabregas too. He came from.
he started
He came
from
from.
La Masia,
You,
yes.
so you can't say
But
that.
he went to England and he was schooled in the Wenger way, in the Arsenal way, in the English Premier League way. The kick and what they call kick and start football.
Wait, hold
so
on.
imagine a Spanish metro coming to England and adopting the Premier League kick and run style of football. You know,
What are you trying to say, bro?
hybrid. He's an hybrid player.
No,
The-
he's a La
the-
Masia player.
Yes, Arteta is a La Masia player too, but
Yes.
he left from there to Real Sociedad, to Paris Saint-Germain, to Rangers, to Everton before he came to Arsenal and retired. You
Bro,
know,
at
so
that
he was
point-
schooled in La Masia, and La Masia remains with you till. But at someone like Fabregas had to incorporate Wenger style. Luis Enrique's got. Remember, he went to Barcelona when Luis Enrique was there, right? I think, what was it, Luis Enrique, or there's a coach
No, it
before?
was
I don't think it was.
I think Guardiola already left then.
He was there with Sanchez.
Because Guardiola went to Bayern Munich. When
Yeah, it was Tito Villanova, whatever.
Okay,
Tito, the guy that died.
Villanova.
Yeah.
So, how do you expect Fabregas to be there with the Tito
Bro, you can't
Villanova,
use that.
you know?
Pedri
You
play
can't.
on a Roman Coleman.
No.
Bro, you cannot use
the
bro.
seasons that Barcelona
Let me
really,
make my point. You
the seasons
cannot use
Barcelona
that.
really
You cannot use
succeeded,
different coaches.
They had a lot of success under Pep Guardiola.
Pedri play on
They had
three
success
different
under Luis
coaches, bro.
Enrique, but not under Villanova won. I think one or two leagues, one league, right?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
bro. And his
Fabregas
performance
won
was still the
Champions League,
same.
But wait. If we compare Pedri present form, that he's in
Right now.
Okay, please. What is his GA? I'm not a GA merchant,
I mean,
but what is his
But
GA?
you know he's a midfielder, right? So you won't
Bro,
find
you wanna
him
use
He's
GA.
that?
always injured every time.
This season?
It's not this season.
This season?
When I hear Pedri,
it's talking about
when
right
I
now.
see
Dude,
ambulance,
right now.
I see bandage.
Master Ray, we're speaking
You
about
know,
right now.
I
Right
see
now.
ambulance,
It's not
bandage, and physical therapist. That's what I see.
Let me ask you a question.
No.
Let me ask you a question.
No, if you hear Usman Dembele, you see ambulance and bending and
Yeah,
and
even in his wedding, the hospital, the mobile hospital was at the reception. Yeah, you know. So
This guy can never forgive. He won't know she's very well.
my God.
You can't let old things be going.
Do you watch Barcelona games?
Huh?
Do you watch
No,
Barcelona games?
I don't really watch the La Liga.
That's the point.
but-
You have to watch
I
Pedri
don't-
to get the.
No, I know, bro.
You have to watch him.
Short socks.
The stats don't tell Pedri games.
It's not by short socks. Bro.
Let's go to the
Let's go
next
to the
topic.
next.
Wait. Let Charlie make his point.
He won UEFA Man of the Match back to back in 2 UEFA Champions League games.
Man of the match.
Back to back.
The stats do not tell Pedri's
If
story.
anyone already won man of the match against, was it PSV
I'm saying back to back.
back, bro.
Back to back.
And so what?
True better is not better than
When,
Pedri.
so
That's the
are we?
point.
Wait.
He control
You are
the game.
telling me Pedri is better than Barcelona because he won man of the match in
No.
isolated
No.
games?
No.
Isolated
No,
game?
his performance this season.
Isolated game?
Okay,
His
let us go
performance
back.
this season.
Welcome. How old is Pedri right now? How old is Pedri?
Pedri, I think it's 20,
Nah,
23, 24-ish.
No,
23, 24.
he's
Okay,
22, I think.
let me take you back to retrospect. Sex Fabregas burst into the Arsenal team when he was 15 years old.
I think.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, 15.
He
He
was 16.
scored.
No. Because
15 years old.
no,
15
Ethan
and
Ayari
some
just
few
broke
days.
the record. No,
He's
Ethan
15
Ayari
and
was
some
just.
days.
No,
He's 16.
Ethan Ayari is the youngest player.
Okay, for argument's sake, let's agree.
No.
Let's say 16.
I
Doesn't
don't agree
matter.
with that.
Bro, it doesn't matter.
Pedri
Plus
is
one or
22
minus
right
one.
now.
Let's
He's 22.
that timestamp is okay. No problem. 16 years old. He scored. I remember the goal he scored against Villarreal when Arsenal was trying to push for the Champions League. I think in 2005. Yeah, he scored a goal against Villarreal. Villarreal, right? In the semi-finals. Yeah.
Did you see Pedri
He's-
go?
he's
I
got
mean,
to get- hold
against
on, hold on.
Galatasaray.
Hold on.
So we can go to the next topic. Yeah.
Hold on. He
Okay.
scored.
Yeah.
He scored a
Well-
goal against Villarreal,
Mhm.
and he was the main reason why Arsenal actually got to the final that season. Fabregas
next.
was the brain behind Arsenal. Fabregas became a captain.
Says Fabregas.
Imagine you leaving your home ground. Like, let's say you leave your hometown and go to another country. At that
He was a
age,
household
they
name,
make
though.
you a captain at the age of 19.
He was.
Do you know what
Yes,
that means?
yes.
For them to make you captain, that means they see leadership qualities in you.
Nobody
Hold
saying.
on, bro. They see a lot of they see your attitude. They see your work rate, bro. You cannot compare Pedri.
Nobody
to
saying
Fabregas,
Fabregas
please.
ain't great,
Alright,
but
let's go to
Pedri
the
is
next-
better.
Let's go to the next topic. So, why do you think Man United want to sell Garnacho?
Couple things.
Mhm.
I'll first start with the money aspect of things. Based on how when they tell you it's Black Friday, you're saving your Lucci. You're saving money for Black Friday. So to be very honest, go and buy. That's how it is for us.
buy
Buy
one,
get
get
one
one
free.
free.
That
But-
Black Friday they try to
But in
save
this
money
aspect,
for.
it's PSRO, profit and
Wait,
sustainability
wait,
rules.
let
You
Piers-
understand?
let Piers go, let Piers
There
go.
is that, but then there's also, we have the coach Ruben. His formation is 3-4-3. You understand? And Garnacho is really struggling to, adapt to that kind of gameplay. You understand? He was a top scorer, yes, with 8 goals and about 4 assists, but literally in his 7 appearances so far, he hasn't done anything. You understand? So that can definitely put a stain to your performance. You understand? So aside from just that, based on how he actually started, certain clubs have already shown interest in him.
Mhm.
So he's literally the available person to let go to sustain the club financially and pretty much take it from there. That is my take on it.
But there's allegation. I don't know how true it is. They say there's an allegation that he's the one leaking to the press.
Who's
You
that?
know,
Who's that
information from.
Who's the
I don't
allegation
know.
from?
I don't know. I didn't say it's not from me, but
Who's the
they
allegation
say that there's
from?
an allegation. But guess
Who is
what?
it? We can point
This
fingers.
man, this Manchester United fans, I think not you,
Not you,
Mr.
just
Ruben.
someone
A lot
else.
of them are so delusional. Oh, it's Rashford that is leaking. No, it's McTominay. Let's sell him. They sold him to Napoli. Now McTominay has turned to prime Maradona. Oh no, it's Rashford. It's Rashford. They have shipped Rashford to Aston Villa. Now it's remaining Garnacho. So Garnacho naturally will now be the one leaking. Whoever they feel is not performing well, or whoever they think they just want to paint as the bad good, they just say, oh, he's the one leaking up. To me, I just feel that's all bullshit. Garnacho is not leaking any news. I don't think as a professional you'll be leaking the information from the dressing room. To who? For what gain? What are you going to gain by
For how
doing
much
that?
now?
So I just feel Manchester United are just trying to paint Garnacho in bad light, and also Meno, so that they'll be able to. It's like when you want to kill a dog, you give it a bad name. So Meno is a bad person now because he doesn't want to sign a new contract. Now they put it on the news. Oh, we've given him 120. He doesn't want to sign. He wants 200. Why put that on the news?
Yeah.
Because you want the fans to go against him.
Right.
So that you can prepare the calf. So when it's time to sell, you can sell. But the whole story is just that Man U is trying to sell the academy players so as to, have more range to buy players in the summer. Because how the profit and sustainability rules work is that when you sell an academy player, for example, let's say 50 million or 30 million, so you multiply that by 3. So for a 30 million, that's a 90 million. Imagine if they're able to sell Garnacho for like 50, that's like they have 150 space. And that times 2 or times 3, but it's, they add their their summer watches to that. We're looking at 200 and 250. That would be enough to get like 5 solid players for the Ruben Amorim team.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so that's probably the reason
Financial
why.
aspect of
Yeah,
it.
it's just the financial aspect. Nobody wants to sell their best players. Let's be honest.
He
Yeah, no
actually
team wants to
been
sell
playing-
their
he been
best
playing
players.
good.
Yeah,
Like the games I watched, I think his style of play is more like attack. He want to attack all the time.
it's a trend.
And they need that.
Yeah, it's a trend.
Because
Yeah.
they need that winger that's going to attack. So selling him, I think it's going to be Do they have someone to replace him?
Yeah, I think you were trying to send Quenda, but you know, when you are trying to, there's a proverb that said, when you have white yam, don't show it to the public, or else they will put sand. That's what happened. I remember when Manchester United fans were like, "Oh, Quenda." No, most of these Manchester United fans don't even know Quenda.
When you say Manchester,
no, they don't know Quenda. Quenda, they said it's the new Saka. You know, they said the new Saka. He plays like Saka. He does this like Saka.
What's your take on it, though? Let's hear from you.
He's always gotta bring Arsenal.
What do you think the reason is?
He always gotta bring Arsenal.
Garnacho, the talent is there, but he just so frustrating, bro. You can see the talent, but he just can't figure it out, bro.
Yeah.
It's there. He can do everything, but he just does fast. Just want to shoot.
His idol. You know, he's trying to do everything like Ronaldo. He scores, he goes, he acts like Ronaldo, he celebrates like Ronaldo, but he's not Ronaldo.
He reminds me of Dembele at Barcelona. When he first came. Wait. Let me say something. Let me say something.
Dembele.
Let me tell you something.
Let me say something. Let me finish my point.
Let me tell you something. My brother will go kill you.
Let me finish my point.
Brother. See. Don't bring Dembele. Don't bring Dembele.
Let me finish my point.
No.
Let me finish my point. Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point? Okay. I can't finish my point.
The project that is going to be like this.
I can't finish my point.
Didn't hear that.
Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point?
Okay.
Can I finish my point?
Them guys want us away.
But a half injury remain, you know.
Dembele, right? You could see the talent at Barcelona, but he was so frustrating, bro. Just like Garnacho, the talent is there, but they're so frustrating, bro. They just can't figure it. Now Dembele, now Dembele has figured it out. Now he's like the best player in the world right now.
No.
One off.
He's not even one of the best players in the world, bro. No. Don't even. See, why is it that you people give all these free awards anyhow?
One of the best.
Do you organize events? You just wake up. Dembele is one of the best players. Yeah, give him.
Let me ask you a question, right? Besides Rafinha now, who's the best player? Besides Rafinha, who come next to the Rafinha right now? On form, based on form.
I don't rate Rafinha.
We're deviating from the question.
But let's
go. What is the reason?
Usman, I think at Barcelona when he came out, or whatever Barcelona when he just came out, I think
see this Barcelona man.
He lived up to his name.
He did.
But
at the beginning,
injuries is what killed him, right?
It's not the same with Garnacho.
That's what I'm saying. So we can't compare that with.
So what is your reason about Garnacho being
sold?
I mean, I'm not a Manchester United fan. I don't follow them that much. I don't know exactly why they want to sell him, but I know that he's a good player. He's a great young player.
That's why I said the talent is there.
But do you want them to sell Garnacho? I know you're not.
No, they shouldn't. I don't think they should sell him.
No, that's not fun. I want them to say Garnacho.
I agree.
That tells you he's a good player. He's a good player.
In my opinion, they shouldn't. Because
the talent is there.
The team is gonna base on the future, the young players, right?
It's cool.
And that's what
they should sell him. Listen,
that's what they do, right?
You want your enemies to make mistakes. You know, I was telling my friend, you know, there's one of my friend Arizi. I was telling him
the young players.
Awesome.
I think they should keep Garnacho and build that team around the young players.
Awesome.
Who are the young players?
They bring in young players.
Meno that is taking calculator to the owners of Manchester United. He's pressing. He went to the calculator app on his phone and he's pressing. No, my money is not 120. You have to pay me 200. How old are you? How old are you?
So my take on the situation, I don't follow Man U that much, but I think he's a good player, and I don't think they should sell him. They can use him. He can improve. But I don't think they should sell him.
There's always room for improvement.
They should give him chances.
You are talking from a neutral standpoint.
Yeah,
Me, I'm talking from a biased standpoint as an
I'm talking
Arsenal
from
fan.
neutral.
I want them to sell
Because
Kobe Mano. No,
because you believe if
no.
Garnacho
They
stay
should
there,
keep Kobe
if he stay
Mano.
there, he's a threat to Arsenal.
No,
He's
Garnacho
gonna
is
be
more
a
of a
threat to the
threat
Premier
than a
League.
Mano. I don't
Yeah.
care about Mano.
He's
Mano
gonna
is
be a
just
threat to the Premier League.
Mano is just hype.
He's gonna be a
Garnacho,
threat.
the
But
talent is
Garnacho,
there, bro.
I want them to say Garnacho.
Okay.
He just
Once he
need
get it together like the better, bro.
and have more confidence in himself, right?
Yeah.
Garnacho talent is
Become
there, bro.
consistent.
The
Become
talent is
consistent.
there.
Have confidence.
Yeah.
That you have the talent.
That's the
right?
point I was trying to make, bro.
Be confident.
Every player has the
Because
talent,
of
my
that.
brother. Every player has
I don't
that
agree
talent.
with that.
Talent, hard work, consistency.
Not every player.
They go together.
I don't
No.
believe every player have a
My
My
talent,
brother,
bro.
I'm talented. Do you know if I want to play football right now, all I just need to do is
Jesus.
to be jockey. Hold on.
Jesus.
That was the guy.
It's just for me to,
God.
bro, on the bench,
I
on the
know
bench.
that. I know.
On the bench.
feel-
It's just for me to be jogging. You know,
That's it.
bro, I dey play blocking four. I can play, the defensive midfield.
Harry
Anybody wanna
Maguire
play
is
that,
not
I break their
talented.
leg. Thank you. Harry Maguire is not talented, but
He's not talented.
It's not about talent, my brother.
You don't
It's
have
the,
no
it's the
talent.
hard work, it's the work you put
I don't
in.
agree.
It's the work you put in. Athleticism. You
Your
have to
vision.
develop yourself. You
Maguire
have to
don't know
develop your
positioning,
game.
bro. He don't know how to
That's what I'm saying,
position
he's
himself.
confident. He need to develop more confidence that he can produce.
Like Dembele now, he
That
got his
can produce the
confidence.
result I mentioned, not
Brother, you
Like
see,
Dembele now, he got his
listen,
confidence
listen,
back.
listen.
Awesome.
Listen,
And he can
Dembele
produce the result.
Dembele alone in that
I feel like
PSG
he's not
team is
confident
okay,
himself.
but because they have Kvaratskhelia, he has a way of taking attention away from Dembele.
I
The
don't agree.
Zaemris, the Bakolas. So
Bakola.
they've taken that
Zaemri.
pressure away from Dembele's side. That's why Dembele is able to,
No, bro.
do his magic. But my brother, leave only Dembele there and put shit players around him.
Awesome.
You come here and say, this guy,
Bro, you
he
can't
is
say that, bro.
he
You can't
has
say that.
talent, he can't play.
You can't say that.
So are you saying that Manchester United got shit players around Garnacho?
No,
Yes, I agree.
No, Manchester United
Yes,
have...
Rashford Holland is
good
one of them.
players.
Rashford,
players.
the
No, they
striker,
have
he's
good
one of them.
players.
The striker, he's useless.
No, he's not useless.
Hey,
He's
He's useless. He's useless. Even though
Rasmus Højlund?
he's useless.
You mirror, hold on. No, they can't just escape this too quick. So Rasmus Højlund is useless.
He's useless, bro.
Really?
He's useless.
I remember back there when you guys were checking. You wake up in the morning, you check your phone, Twitter, transfer market.
I'm not a Man U fan. I'm not a
Rasmus.
I'm not a
Rasmus.
Talk
All of
to
a
him.
sudden he's a shit
Talk to
player.
him. I'm not a Man U fan, bro.
Really?
Talk to him.
Anyway, guys.
Alright, guys.
You guys are going to keep Rasmus Højlund. He's a very good player.
These
I
guys,
like him.
not them guys.
Yeah.
This guy.
No, as an Arsenal fan, you like him.
Yeah, like him.
People like
Okay, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
Thank you so
He
much.
said
Thank
you
you so
gonna
much.
keep
Thank
it.
you so much. Thank you so much.
This has been
Episode
literally
number 2.
an amazing episode.
Episode number 2.
An amazing episode.
Don't forget to comment.
Thank you
Tell
so
us
much,
what you
guys.
think.
So much. We're so glad that we were able to, get in here and break all of this.
John
down for
wasn't
you
here
guys,
today, but he'll be here next week.
Oh, yeah.
We will follow him and bring him.
Definitely. So thank you so much. Please, we want you guys to like,
And don't you
subscribe,
forget tomorrow
comment,
games.
keep sending the messages in. 1 like, 2 likes, it goes a long way for us. We really
Tomorrow
appreciate
games.
it. And them guys, we can't wait to do this again next week. So please,
Of
guys,
course.
be up on your game and see you guys next time. Okay. Messages in. 1 like, 2 likes, it goes a long way for.